All right, we're live. Sorry I'm late. Had some technical difficulties. Like always, something comes up. Nothing's ever perfect. But listen, got some powerful information to give you today. And I appreciate if you're on this Facebook Live, if you can give me a thumbs up and just to let me know that you're there. And also, if you could give me a heart or a thumbs up or something, if you're going to listen to it later. Because the cool thing about Facebook Live is it's going to be there all day or be there forever. You don't necessarily have to be there during this hour or 45 minutes, whatever we go today. So you can listen to it later. It'll be on my Facebook page. You can check it out later. I'd appreciate it if you did stay with me. All right. If you can't make it throughout the whole session today, just go back and listen to it later, because I do think you're going to gather some really important information that either you can use or maybe a family member or a loved one, someone you know right now, if it's not you, will be able to benefit from this information. All right. So I want to first start off with apologizing, maybe, right? I say maybe because what happened a couple weeks ago when I was in Disney World, I made a specific post from Disney World that I was a little shocked and surprised at the amount of obesity. And I was surprised. I just hadn't seen that much obesity in one setting in a very long time. And I knew it was a problem. I just didn't know how big it was. So a couple people I know took offense to that post, and it wasn't meant for that reason, right? I was not trying to get a rise out of anybody necessarily. I wasn't trying to make light of this situation or make fun of this situation. But what it did for me was it just kind of it was an eye-opening experience, right? Because I'm just not in an area. I'm in Miami. I'm in my own little bubble, my own little pocket. It's very rarely where I'm in one location and I'm able to see the totality of the problem all in one location. And Disney happens to be one of those places, right? You can go to maybe a restaurant or a particular part of the country, but this one central location really hit home with me. And I think it's time we had a serious talk about it. I don't think we sweep it under the rug. I think the obesity epidemic affects us all in some way, shape, or form, right? And I think it's a preventable disease, which is another thing we're going to talk about today. How can we give you, your loved ones, your family members, tangible, simple, powerful information that can possibly help them reverse this disease that we're seeing, right? So let's talk about the current state of health and the current state of obesity right now with some numbers, right? I do a little bit of research on this, but more than 1/3 of U.S. adults have obesity, all right? Obesity-related conditions include heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain types of cancer, stroke, of course, and the estimated annual medical cost of obesity in the United States right now, the newest research we just saw that I just found, $147 billion, all right, in obesity, in medical costs that are related to obesity related diseases, right? So $150 billion in healthcare every year, right? Devastating health problems: stroke, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, arthritis, liver disease, kidney disease, dementia, gallbladder disease, mental health issues. We're seeing that right now in Hollywood, and obviously we're dealing with that with our veterans that come home too, right? Not just Hollywood. Let's not pay attention to just Hollywood, right? Mental health problems, depression, suicide, obesity leads to over 100,000 premature deaths, right? This is crazy. And how it affects our healthcare system can't be ignored. What it does to our premiums, to people that are not sick, that are not ill, that are not having symptoms that are taking them to the hospital or to their doctors, right? It's affecting people that are not obese, that are healthy like myself, that don't have symptoms. It's affecting my health premiums, my insurance premiums. So we can't sit back and think it's only affecting the obese or the people that are overweight or people that have these degenerative preventable symptoms, preventable diseases that obesity carries. So let me just real quick, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about what I've dealt with the last 20 years, right? Being on the front line of defense. And a lot of people on that post that I put out a couple weeks ago, the Disney post, it was a very popular post, right? It got a lot of traction. It got a lot of interaction. It created emotion from not only people that may be obese themselves or dealing with obesity-related symptoms, but it affected people that are in the healthcare industry, right? Or in the health field, such as myself. Because we're on the front line of defense every day. We are. My goal has always been to change lives and positively affect those that I see on a daily basis to move more and make better food choices and to take care of themselves, right? Prevent. Like we want to prevent illness, right? Prevention versus reaction. Let's not have to reaction. Let's not have to get a symptom in order to go take care of something, right? Or go get a drug. Let's prevent that symptom from ever occurring in the first place. And from 1998, 1999, when I first got in the fitness industry, and a guy I studied on a regular basis, one of my mentors, Paul Chek. I always mention Paul Chek as one of my biggest mentors. He has always been, to read and educate and to arm yourself with tools that can help prevent yourself from getting sick or injured or in the first place, right? So get to the root cause of the problem. Let's not mask the problem here, right? So for 20 years of me helping people, right? Front line, I've been through the low fat era. I've been through the low carb ketogenic era. Now keto is huge right now, but guess what? It was huge in 2004, 2005, 2003, actually. Low carb was killing it. It was like such a huge era. So I've been through the low fat era. I've been through the low carb. And then we got away from low carb, right? And now we're kind of back into low carb. And now you're seeing intermittent fasting and keto back, positive stuff. There's a lot of, and there's so many books reading out there right now. And there's so much information. And it's confusing to the general population. So that's why people like me, I'm always trying to stay on the cutting edge and on the front line so I can educate and kind of help people maneuver through, the cloud that's out there. Sometimes there's too much information, and the people that need it most are confused. All right, they're not as like us fitness professionals that we enjoy this stuff. Right, it's confusing to them. So, but listen to me. For so many years, and that's why I want to get into this, right? For so many years, we've dealt with, and I am guilty of this too, this bro science, right? I remember telling people that they need to eat every 2 to 3 hours. Every 2 to 3 hours. I was that guy in 2004. I went through, you got to eat low fat, and then you got to eat low carb, and then I was like, all right, it's calories in, calories out, and I still believe calories in, calories out to be a huge proponent in helping with obesity, right? And helping people with disease. But I remember being like so engulfed in it, thinking you had to stoke them with fire. You had to throw a log on the fire, speed up your metabolism. You have to eat every 2 to 3 hours, right? This is what I used to tell busy professionals, people that have kids and families and lives and have to go to work every day. And like, this is stuff I can't believe I used to do, because it's setting unrealistic expectations for someone. You're setting them up for failure. So that's but what I just said is super common in the fitness industry, super common. And it's passed down from the bodybuilding world. And there's nothing wrong with that. It does work for some people. It works for people that are disciplined enough to measure their food and weigh out their food and prepare their meals on Sunday and package it up and carry it with you to work and carry, it does work for some people that are super disciplined and that have that motivation. But for the most part, it's just not working. And I'm telling you, when I recently, excuse me, let me cut this off. So just recently, I'm staring at our testimonial wall, like the wall that inspires so many people in Primal Fit, and I'm looking at it and I'm noticing that a lot of the people that got such great results, there's before and after pictures on our wall. I'm so proud of those and the hard work that our people put into getting to that position, to that after pick, right? I'm going through them, I'm looking at them, I'm like, I can't believe how many of these people have gone back to their original body, to the original pick, right? And it really bothered me because these are people that are investing in Primal Fit. They're investing in their fitness. There's so many people that you might be watching this right now that are trainers, and they have clients right now that are struggling daily, but they're paying, and they're showing up to your gym, and they're walking through your door, and they're working their butt off, and they're spinning their wheels, and they're not getting the result they're paying for. And it bothers me that we're not able to reach more people. We lead them to the water, and we can't get them to drink the water, right? And I think it's our fault that we're not figuring out, right? That we're not like customizing for everybody what works best for them. Right? There's so many people right now that are doing like, you have to eat this particular way, and everybody eats that way. Everybody eats that way. Everybody's got, you got to count your calories. You got to get your macros. If it fits your macros, here's your meal list. Let me see your food diary. I want food diaries, right? You got people that are, you have to cook on Sundays. Prepare your chicken and your sweet potatoes and broccoli. You got to eat that throughout the week. Prepare your meals for the week. Now we got meal delivery, right? And no, that's wrong. No, don't do that. Vegan. You got to eat vegan. No meat at all. You can't do that. Paleo is it. No, keto's it. Keto's got to be it, right? We're confusing the shit out of people. And I'm tired of it because I really believe that we could do better. And I feel bad for what I put my clients through over these years, because like they don't realize the importance of nutrition. And we're telling them to work out 5 days a week, right? 168 hours in a week. And we want them to be there unlimited, trashing people, making them tired. And then they leave your gym and mess up everything because they don't know what to do when they leave the gym. And you can't out-train poor nutrition. You can't out-train those calories, right? There's 163 other hours in a week that they have to mess up everything from the 5 hours they put into your gym or your exercise program, right? And they have to know that it's not just exercise. Exercise is just a small portion. It's the icing on the cake. Right? What happens outside those gym doors matters the most. It does, and you know it. But what are you giving them? What are you telling your coach? What are you telling your clientele when they leave the gym? What are you telling them? Let's think about that for a minute. So I think I made a mind shift, right? And this was recently I made a mind shift, but I go back to thinking when I was applying this tool that I'm going to talk about today, right? And it was 2008 when my daughter was being born, and I just came off a knee surgery. So a small story, and I'm just going to tell you what it was my epiphany in 2008. Excuse me, I said 2004. But in 2008, I was in a wheelchair. I just ruptured both my patellar tendons. I was heavy at the time, but I was in probably the best shape of my life. I was about 245 pounds at that time, but I was in great shape. And I was playing basketball and I ruptured both my patellar tendons. Now here I am in bilateral knee surgery. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm 245 pounds and I can't move, right? So the first thing I'm thinking is, number one, I got to move all my other extremities, all my other joints to help me heal, right? I got to get moving somehow while I'm in this wheelchair. But the first biggest thing is I got to take in less calories. It's as simple as that. I cannot move. I must decrease the amount of calories that are entering my mouth. Quality is important, but more than anything, I have to decrease the amount of calories coming into my mouth, right? So I read this book. This is 2008. Brad Pilon wrote a great book called Eat, Stop, Eat, right? And it was about intermittent fasting. So I read this book, blew my mind. Now I'm in a mindset back then, like, yeah, you got to eat every 2 to 3 hours. You got to stoke that fire. You got to throw a log on the metabolism, man. If you don't eat, you go in survival mode. You start breaking down lean muscle tissue. You start storing body fat. You have to eat. You don't want to go on, that desert island where you start storing body fat, right? Telling myths again, telling lies, right? That has no scientific evidence whatsoever. We're going to get that in a few minutes. Eating every 2 to 3 hours has no scientific evidence whatsoever that it does anything to your metabolism whatsoever. Zero. But if you tell a lie long enough, it becomes truth. And that's something that it's called bro science. It comes from the bodybuilding world. That's what you're taught. You're taught that early on, and you just keep spreading that same bad message to all of your clients, and it's wrong, right? So at this time, I got to wrap my mind around this new information about intermittent fasting, right? But all I know is I'm going to give it a shot. So I started doing 2 24-hour fasts a week. This was in 2008. And I remember getting incredible results. I went from 245 to 220, which is pretty much my set point. My natural weight is between 218, 220, 222. And I maintained that. I got down there probably, I bet I got down there, I can't remember now because I wasn't really tracking things like I do now, but I probably got down to 220 and 218 in 2 months, right? I lost over 20 some pounds in about a little over 8 months, right? And it was simply because I stopped eating 2 days per week. 2 days per week. Now, did I lose muscle mass? No, I did not lose muscle mass, right? Did I improve my health? You absolutely bet I did, right? And I got down to a better, healthier weight for me, right? So that was by decreasing my calories, right? 2 days per week, right? So why now, right? Well, because I've been fairly quiet. I used to tell clients about it here and there, but I was kind of scared to. It's hard. It's something like, oh man, you want me to stop eating? It's very taboo, right? That can't be healthy, right? So I didn't really tell a lot of clients about it. I told a few people about, hey, just drop your calories 1 day a week. Let's ease into this thing, right? But Disney changed my mindset, man. It just did. I'm not afraid to talk about this anymore, because it's so politically incorrect, right? It's scary. I'm telling people, I'm starving people, right? And it's wrong. It's not true at all. We all know you have to eat less calories to lose weight. Everybody knows this. It's a law of thermodynamics, right? It's a law that all of us know. We want to lose weight, lose body fat. We must take in less calories. So when I got back from Disney, I said, you know what? I'm going to do more research on this. And I'm going to dive into more. I dived in back into Eat, Stop, Eat, the Brad Pilon book, which I still recommend a lot to a lot of people. And then I dived into some YouTube videos, did a lot of research. Dr. Fung, there's a guy in Canada. I can go on and on. There's multiple people. There's a lot of research out there on the benefits of fasting. And so what happens when we're decreasing calories, we're increasing insulin sensitivity, right? What's happening right now with this obesity epidemic? We have insulin resistance. We have people that are taking in too many calories, too many carbohydrates, and not moving enough, right? They're eating too often and too much and not moving enough. It's very, very simple. Very, very simple. So if you're not moving enough, what's the best thing you can do? Eat less. Now, however you get that done, it's irrelevant to me. If that's counting calories, if that's a food diary, if that's weighing food on a scale, if that's increasing the amount of meals that you have in a day and eating every 2 to 3 hours, if you think that works best for you, because if it is working, if that meal strategy is working for you, you're still taking in less calories, right? Now, whether that happens over 6 meals or 1, it's irrelevant. It does not matter. Your meal frequency, as far as how many meals you eat per day and the timing of your meals, is irrelevant. It's total calories for that day. There is no argument to that. There is no argument for that. So whatever works best for you, and on any diet that works best for you, whether it's paleo, keto, or vegan, I could care less, because there's fat vegans out there and there's a lot of overweight keto guys too. All right, you're taking in too much fat on one end and you're taking in too many carbohydrates on the other. Total calories has to be looked at and it cannot be forgotten. Whether or not it's 1 meal or 6 is irrelevant, and I don't care about the diet. It needs to be under your total calories for the day in order for you to lose weight. I am going to suggest, right, stop eating. I am going to suggest to you that the best thing for general population, not fitness competitors, not bodybuilders, not somebody that is in the fitness world, right? This is easy for you. You can do that. You can carry around your meals and cook your meals on Sundays and prepare for those small meals throughout the week. That lawyer and that house mom you're dealing with, I will argue the opposite. I will argue that all day long. The majority of them will not be able to pull off that diet. They will not be able to pull off that lifestyle. Right? So what I'm suggesting to you is another tool, and it's simply not eating. It's simply removing a meal or multiple meals from your day. Are you going to be in a caloric deficit? Just do this. The answer is yes. Is it going to have an effect on your lean muscle tissue? 0. Is it going to affect your metabolism? 0. Are you going to lose weight if you take in less calories per day? Absolutely. I'm suggesting that we customize our meal plans or our diet strategies for our clients. It's not a one size fits all, right? And that goes for vegan or keto, right? Those opposite ends of the spectrum. Somebody's going to respond better to keto. Somebody's going to respond better to vegan. Depends on the goal, depends on the mindset of the person, depends on a lot of factors. But one thing's for sure, the vegan's taking in too many calories, she wants to lose weight, what are you going to have to do? Lower the calories somehow. Same thing on the keto side. So I'm telling you right now, the advantages of this are there's so many advantages to eliminating calories from your diet by eliminating meals. Lowering meal frequency. People snack too much, man. Adults snack too much. You have adults snacking like freaking kids, and you have kids eating too much and snacking too much. That might be the fast right there. Let's go breakfast to lunch, lunch to dinner. There are no mid-morning, mid-afternoon snacking going on. Is that a fast? Is that a fast? Shake your head, yes, that is a fast, right? How about when you're sleeping from dinner to breakfast? Is that a fast? That is a fast. Breakfast means break the fast. Do you have to eat breakfast? 0. No, you do not have to eat breakfast. There's no science showing that you have to eat breakfast. 0. So there's times where I start with somebody, let's just not eat mid-morning, mid-afternoon snacks. 0, cut them out, right? We're only eating 3 meals a day now, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's a nice strategy, right? I can customize that for somebody. That's not a problem for me to customize that right there for somebody. And that's an easy way to kind of acclimate somebody into this type of lifestyle that I am definitely pro fast. I am pro eating less meals. I am pro eating less calories. And because I know it's going to help people lose weight. And I know it's going to help with the obesity epidemic. I know it. Easy, right? Simple as that, right? So what's another way? What's another advantage that we're going to get? Let me get over here because this is my other, what's another advantage that we're going to get besides less calories, besides insulin sensitivity, besides decreasing sugar cravings, besides improved digestion and healing, cell turnover, autophagy. It's a crazy word, fancy word called autophagy. You can do research on this too, but a lot of MDs, they don't know. Traditional MDs don't know this, but it's out there. Autophagy, eating less, right, is like a reset. You fasting and taking in no calories at all for a certain amount of meals per day or a certain amount of days in general creates something called autophagy, and it's cell turnover. It's basically a reset. You're repairing the body by not eating. You're giving your digestive system a break, and it allows your digestive system a break, and you're giving your body a chance to reset, repair, recover. That's what happens when you don't eat, right? It just so happens that you're taking in less calories. So I've always told you guys to think about health, right? Eat for health, move for health. And a byproduct of that will be fat loss, aesthetics, fitting better in your clothing, right? Focus on health. So what does eating less do? What does stop eating? What does fasting in general do? It is very therapeutic. It's a healing process for you. So you're going to be healthier by taking in less meals, healthier by not eating anymore and choosing a day or a few times a day that you usually eat that you've decided not to. It just so happens that you're going to eat less calories, which is going to affect fat loss, right? So autophagy is it's a reset. Another great thing, when you don't eat so much, when you do eat, you enjoy it more. You appreciate it more. It's tasteful. It's so much more tasteful when you don't eat and you finally get to that meal and you're like, wow, this food is so good, right? You're going to save money all of my clients that I've incorporated this into their lifestyle, including myself, right? I don't spend money. I'm saving a ton of money. What's another thing you're going to save on? Time. Time. We're so focused on the next meal, right? That's all some of us think about, especially if you're on that typical eat every 2 to 3 hour plan. All you do is think about your next meal, and you can't get any work done. So not only are you going to get more time, but you're going to be more productive. You are going to, in turn, because you have more time and you're not eating all the freaking time with snacking, eating every 2 to 3 hours, you're going to have more time on your hands. All right. Another example is free. This is another advantage. This is free for you. I'm not telling you to do meal delivery. I'm not telling you to read a book. I'm not telling you to eat a particular way or spend money on that or spend money on this. Like, I just want you to, I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm telling you to not do something. So when somebody tells me they don't have time for this, somebody told me that, I'm like, you don't have time? I'm giving you more time. I want you to have more time with your children, more life with your family, and to do the things you love to do, right? It doesn't have to be around food. And let's get into the fasting taboo. Why is this so taboo? Why do some people, oh, that's not healthy? Understand, this has been happening from the beginning of time. We've evolved to not eat. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that we are more geared towards fasting than we are towards feasting. I mean, we're cavemen. We are essentially cavemen with cell phones. Like, we have not changed very much from our caveman ancestry. Our human genome, our DNA is almost exactly like our caveman ancestry. We evolved through famine. Like, a feast was rare. We were eating not every 2 to 3 hours. We were eating probably every couple of days, might even 6 days. Like, and now we're so spoiled that we have a full refrigerator in our kitchen, and we have a Taco Bell and a Publix and a Houston's and a I mean, there's food everywhere. There's so much opportunity to eat, and then we're being told by fitness professionals and by food industry, of course, that you need to eat every 3 hours, 3 meals a day, even 3 meals a day. We're being told you have to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Who made that up? I want you, if you are against what I'm saying to you right now, like, Matt, you've lost your mind, man. You're telling people to decrease meals and eliminate meals from their diet. This can be harmful. This is dangerous, Matt. You're telling people to eat less calories and eat less meals. This is dangerous. I think it's dangerous to be overweight. I think it's dangerous to be obese. That's dangerous. I'm telling people to eliminate and take in less meals throughout their day and throughout their week, which will in turn take in less calories. But I'm telling you right now, the food industry doesn't want to hear that. You find me, whoever's on this other end listening to me, you find one study, one peer-reviewed valid study that shows that we have to eat 3 meals a day to live. Please find it. Good luck. It doesn't exist. It's one of those lies. If you tell a lie long enough, it becomes truth. We do not have to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 3 square meals like they tell us to. The food conglomerates love that, because you're going to continue to buy food constantly. And then the restaurants, right? And the meal planners and the meal preppers, they love that. You got to eat every couple hours. Speeds up your metabolism, keeps you healthy. There's no proof to that whatsoever. There's no studies. And if you can find me one, send it over, because it's not true. There's nothing out there, right? Now, and the same thing for the medical industry, right? We have to think about that. We have to think about why we're being told to eat all the time and what it's doing to the inactive people who are listening, right? Who are snacking on a regular basis, who are taking in excess calories. Those people at Disney World, those obese individuals I saw at Disney World, 9 out of 10 of those people I saw at Disney World were overweight and obese. 9 out of 10. I couldn't believe how much they had already eaten. And these people were, a lot of people were already in wheelchairs and scooters. These are people that could hardly walk. I'm not joking with you. This is our world. This is the United States. And they're eating too many calories, too many meals, too often. And they're obviously moving not enough. But if they're not moving enough, what do we need to do? Something's got to give. We can't get them to move, right? We have to get them to take in less calories. So why don't we just tell them to eliminate meals? Why not? Why isn't that an option for you? Why is that so hard to wrap your mind around? You want them to eat less calories, but you want them to eat more often. What is that? And then you have those people, there's somebody out there right now telling me, Matt, the reason why they're overweight is because they're not eating enough. They have a slow metabolism. Think about that for a minute. I used to say the same thing. In 2004, I had overweight people hiring me. And one of my suggestions was to them, I told them this. The reason why you're overweight is because you're not eating enough. You're in starvation mode. Think about that. You're overweight, and I'm telling you need to eat more calories to lose the weight. It doesn't make any sense. Now, you may say, oh, Matt, you're saying it wrong. They need to eat more often to speed up their metabolic rate so they in turn burn more stored body fat. Well, that's flawed too. There's no science behind any of that stuff, but there is a science behind eating too many calories. And there's a science behind you eating less, moving more, and weighing less, right? And if you weigh less, you have less risk of heart disease, cancer, and all these obesity-related symptoms. Simple as that. But I'm telling you, the people that have a vested interest in you eating multiple meals a day are the food industry, obviously, and the pharmaceutical companies. These people rely on that. Type 2 diabetics, they rely on drugs. And the pharmaceutical industry and the doctors are prescribing these drugs. And I'm not a doctor. And I would advise you, if you're on metformin or any other type 2 diabetes medication, you talk to your doctor about this option. Because I'm telling you right now, if you decrease your calories and you decrease your meals and you start doing some fasting, you will not need that medication. You will need less of that medication. I know that for a fact. But I want you to talk to your doctor. I want you to talk to your doctor instead. I'm not a doctor. But I know for a fact that eating less meals and incorporating a fasting focused lifestyle will have a benefit on not only your health, but your weight. So starving and fasting, I've had somebody tell us, oh, Matt, you're starving yourself. No. Starving is when you don't have a choice. Starving is when it's not under your control. I'm not talking about a POW in Vietnam or a war-stricken country, right? Or somebody that might be forced to starve because they're doing that as a punishment, right? I am talking about a choice that you have to eat less calories. Starvation and eating less are two totally different things. So don't use that against me or anybody that I'm consulting with who's using this tool. Don't make them feel bad like they're doing something wrong. In fact, this thing not only been used for evolution, but it's been used in religious cultures for thousands of years. Every culture that subscribes to a religion, a particular religion, has a fasting day or period of time in that religion. No one dies. No one gets injured or hurt. This is part of life, right? You're just spoiled thinking you have to eat all day long, right? So these are common myths, right? Starvation mode. We already dispelled that. There is no such thing as starvation mode. If no one goes on survivor fat and comes off of survivor fat, just like people that go on Biggest Loser fat, and no one comes off fat. Now they may get fat later on because they go back to the old lifestyle, but that's another common myth. Yeah, you're telling me right now, oh, you're just that fasting stuff, as soon as you start eating regular again, you're gonna gain the weight back. Well, that's true of any diet. People go on vegan diets all the time and lose 50 pounds. And then they can't maintain that lifestyle, and what happens? They go back to the old ways. Lo and behold, they gain the weight back. That's called yo-yo dieting, right? What I'm proposing to you is not a diet. I don't care what diet you're on. Vegan, keto, doesn't matter to me. I want you to eliminate some meals from your diet. whether it be a whole day or a portion of your day or multiple days, right? That there's multiple ways to fast. There's multiple ways to take in less calories without you having to count calories, right? That is another tool, right? Counting calories and weighing food. We've already been through that. I don't care what diet you subscribe to. I'm telling you, a tool that you're not utilizing most likely is to freaking stop eating a meal or 2 or 3, right? Or a day or 2 or 3. Because if you eliminate this is so simple. Let's just say you're taking in 2,000 calories a day, right? And you eliminate 1 day a week of eating, a 24-hour fast. Let's say you go from 7 p.m. on Monday night to 7 p.m. on Tuesday night, and you eliminate 2,000 calories from your diet in a 24-hour time span. Let's just say that only happens once per week, right? So 2,000 calories times 4 weeks is 8,000 calories. You have effectively eliminated 8,000 calories from your diet in 1 month. And you didn't change anything, right? I'm hoping that you're moving more. I'm hoping that the quality of the other meals and the other calories that you took in during that month were really quality. But ultimately, it really only matters that you were in a caloric deficit. And that was 8,000 calories, my friend. How would that affect you, your health, and your weight if you did that over a 6-month period? Do the math on the amount of calories that you're not taking into your body over that 6-month period on just one 24-hour fast per week. That's a lot of calories. What if we did that 2 days per week? Do the math. That's 4,000 calories per week and 16,000 calories per month. Do that over a 6-month period. I don't care what diet you subscribe to. That's a massive amount of calories that you're not taking in your body that will affect not only your health, but ultimately your weight. That's why I want this tool to be an option. An option. I just don't understand why it's not. I think it might just be the lack of education. And that's why I'm here, right? So who is fasting not for, right? Well, I think fasting obviously is not a tool for somebody that's pregnant, right? I think it's obviously a tool for someone that doesn't have an eating disorder, right? Or some sort of a health, I don't know about a health-related disorder that wouldn't benefit from this, because like the studies I'm seeing on this is so therapeutic. I've seen stuff on cancer, growth being stalled and reduced. I've seen stuff on type 2 diabetes being reversed, skin-related conditions like eczema and acne and psoriasis. Venereal diseases. A plethora of medical conditions being reversed and people either lowering their medication or getting off it altogether. I don't know. You have to ask your doctor about that. But I can tell you right now, if you weigh less, you're probably healthier. And if you're healthier, you're probably going to be on less medications or lower dosages of the one that you're on now. Simple. I got to keep it simple. I got to keep this simple. Where am I at? I think I lost myself. All right. Well, anyways, I'd talk forever. I'm going to go see if there's any questions here through here. I do want to say, ask me some questions, whoever's on there. And listen, if you're not on there now, ask me questions later. I'd love to answer. I'm so passionate about this because I do think this tool needs to become more mainstream. I do think we simply have to get past this taboo or this mentality that we're starving ourselves or that's not healthy, right? It's wrong. It's time for a change. I'm simply proposing a very simple, viable option that can be used. So another thing real quick I gotta add into this, right? And what I've seen, because I've already used this, right? What you guys don't know is I did a beta test Last month, we did a 30-day beta test, and I had 8 people in this 30-day challenge. And these are people that have battled with weight their entire lives. They've yo-yoed their entire life. And I said, you know what? Enough is enough. We're not going through this eating less calories thing again and eating multiple meals throughout your day again and prepping meals on Sunday again. It's obviously not working for them. And it's obviously not working for millions of people in the United States right now either. They're confused. Let's simplify it. Stop telling people to count calories. Is it important? Can you do that and will it work? Yes. But the majority of our clientele are not going to do it. Here's another option. So what I got from this was we lost over 100 pounds. Over 100 pounds were lost on this 30-day challenge. And we had multiple people lose over 20 pounds and 20 inches in 30 days. Right? And they are motivated right now. They are motivated right now. Now, what can you say for that person that's losing a pound a week? How demotivating is losing 1 pound per week and working out 5 days a week at the same time? How do you think that makes these people feel, right? Fit pros and personal trainers and coaches, nutritionists. How do you think that makes people feel when they're eating less and they're moving more and they're losing 1 to 2 pounds per week? Man, 6 pounds per month, 4 to 8 pounds per month. Really? Wow. Brutal. I can't think of anything, and they've done this so often, and then they do it, and it's so hard to maintain when they get there that they lose motivation again, and they don't show up to your door, and then they gain the weight back. You lose a client, you lose income. Like why not motivate these people to the point where they're happy to show up to your door again? They stay and pay longer. They're getting better results from one freaking simple tool. One. Eliminating meals from their diet. That's all you're telling them. It doesn't get any simpler than that, right? So these people I have right now are so empowered that they have a tool in their toolbox that they can utilize anytime they want. Now, when they reach their goal weight, the cool thing about this is, so let's say if you like me myself, if I go from I'm at almost 210 right now. I was at 235 recently. I'm getting back down to 210 now. I may not want to, it's going to be hard to maintain that once I reach that, or even I get to 200. Let's say I get to 200, which I haven't been since 1998. I'm going to get to 200, right? It's going to be hard for me to stay there, right? All the time. So, but let's say I eat regular, which I will. I'm going to go back to eating fairly regular, but I'm going to still use a fasted, focused lifestyle because I know it works so well for health and fat loss. But when I eat after a fast, I'm going to go to 205. Right? No big deal. I go to 205. Guess what I'm going to do after that? Fast again, eat less, and then I go back down to 202. Right? And I might eat again, and I'll go up to 204, and I fast again, and I go back down to 201. Right? I can continue to do this until I get back down to my goal weight of 200. What I'm not going to do is go to 200 and then start eating like shit and go back up to 235 again. Why would I do that? Right? I have an easy, simple tool to use. Right now, I have a party I want to go to. I'm at 200. I have a Christmas party I want to go to. I want to go eat whatever I want. I want to celebrate. I want to break bread with my family. I want to have desserts. I'm going to do it. I will. But I'm going to fast before I go, me personally. And then I'm going to go eat whatever the hell I want. And I'm going to gain a little bit of weight. And then after I go do whatever I want, I will fast again. And I'll go right back down. So this thing right here happens throughout my year and throughout my life. And I get the therapeutic benefits from the fasting, and I continue to lower weight instead of dropping a ton of weight, which most people do, and then gaining it all back because it's too hard to maintain. It's too hard. It took too much freaking work counting all those calories and making those meals on Sundays and eating every 2 to 3 hours. It took too much work to lose that weight here and to maintain that weight and still have that lifestyle. That cooking all the freaking time and eating all freaking day long, I can't maintain that. It's not sustainable. So they go back. I'm telling you what I'm telling you right now. What I'm telling you right now is my proposed tool that I think should be in your toolbox, fitness professional, and be in your toolbox, nutritionist, is to freaking eat less. Stop eating. Stop eating. Eliminate meals. It's simple and it's sustainable. It's not, it's so simple. It's hard to wrap your mind around. And I'm getting it out. I will take the backlash. Give it to me because I know it works for myself. And I just got eight people that just lost 100 pounds in 30 days. And I'm very confident that they will maintain. And they may go like this, but they'll go right here. They'll go here. They have a tool to get back here. They may go here. They got a tool, right? The other tools, if they're working, fantastic. I say you keep doing them. If you have a tool that's working for you, then you keep doing it. But from the looks of Disney, what I just recently saw, from the looks of Disney and the outlook of our current state of health in the United States, which I just went over, billions of dollars in healthcare, right? Almost 40% of the United States population is obese. I say we change our language, man. Just simply saying eat less ain't working. Telling people that are demotivated, confidence is crap, they've been discriminated against their entire life, they don't necessarily know what good food is. You're asking them to write a food diary for you, go to the Publix and go shopping, go to your grocery store and go shopping, and then you want them to cook on Sundays multiple meals to eat throughout their day. Man. Definition of insanity, folks. Yep, definition of insanity right there. I'm ready to switch it up because I'm killing it. I'm getting great results, and I got walking billboards going to be all over town. All over town. I'm changing lives. I've got a tool now that I feel very confident that I'm going to affect and change a lot of lives in my community. And it's simply I'm simply going to stay, and I'm going to customize this to their lifestyle, but it's simply eating less meals. Eliminating meals. Stop eating. Stop eating. And now you're going to get better results in the gym. And if you get better results in the gym, what are they going to do? They're going to come to your door more often. What's going to happen then? They're going to get better results. They're going to stay and pay longer. You as a fitness professional is going to make more money. You as a fitness professional is going to become the go-to person in your community. You as a nutritionist is going to be known to get crazy good results and change lives. Blood lipid panels. I've been seeing that too. My dad just came home. His blood lipid panel was crazy because he's been fasting lately. And his cholesterol, HDL ratio is improved. Fasting blood glucose came down. His testosterone's up. Triglycerides down. Multiple parameters on his blood lipid panel were improved. He is a healthier man right now on no medications at 70 years old. I'm confident that you too, anyone in this world, in the United States, can simply eliminate meals from their current diet, no matter what diet it is, and improve their health, which will have a cascade effect to taking in less calories, which will decrease risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, stroke, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and all degenerative diseases. Case freaking closed. Eat less meals, not less calories. That's the change. It's all somatics, right? It's all in communication. Forget the word fasting. If the word fasting scares you as a fitness professional or a nutritionist, don't use it. Fine. Say, let's eliminate some meals from your diet today. And then again tomorrow. And then maybe let's eliminate a whole freaking day. How about that? Do the math on those calories you're eliminating. You will save lives, folks. You're going to save lives just by simply telling somebody that. Forget everything else. Simplify. Keep it simple, right? KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. It's too complicated for general population. You fitness competitors, you got this. You don't need this. And if you're already super lean and you're already healthy on no medications, then you probably don't need this. You're already eating. You're already doing fine. But if you're overweight, you're on medications, and you want to get healthier, let's at least acknowledge another tool and put it in your toolbox and pull it out when you need to. And it's called eating less meals. All right? Forget it. Not fasting. I'm not going to say that word. It's a bad word. Fasting is taboo. Don't do it. All right, let me get in here real quick. All right, let me see if there's any questions in here. No, you're not going to lose muscle. The cool thing about this and what I've read on this, right? I'm going to let you guys go in a second. I want to do a couple of announcements as well. How long? Oh, 50 minutes. Nice. All right. The cool thing about this is fasting is muscle preserving, right? Think about it for a minute. If you're on a long-term fast, let's say you're on the savannah, African savannah, right? You haven't eaten, right? Like you're hungry. You're a hunter-gatherer now, right? There's not a supermarket right there. There's not a Publix. No, there's no Taco Bell. No, there's no anything. The only thing you can eat is what you hunt and what you kill and drag home to the fire, okay? If there's no food available, why would your body use muscle tissue? Why would your body break down lean muscle and go catabolic when you need to be stronger to make a kill, to run after something, to throw a spear, to get a kill, right? Because you're not always successful, right? You like I said, you have plenty of fat on your body to use for an energy source. Plenty, right? To get you to that next kill. Like the last thing your body's going to get rid of is muscle, right? Or go catabolic, right? You're going to go to glycogen, right? And then you'll go in the early stage of a fast. And I got more research, and I'm going to talk a lot about this during my PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to do it this Saturday. In a 1 hour PowerPoint, I'm going to talk about all this stuff, but going a little bit deeper at 11 a.m. this Saturday. But fasting couldn't be more muscle preserving, extremely muscle preserving, right? It's a lie. You have to be keen. That's why when you're on a fast, the mental clarity you get is crazy. Like I'm on a 48-hour fast right now, and I feel great. Like I am so focused on getting work done, and my brain is just locked in. I feel great. My energy's through the roof. Now, is that going to happen your first time you ever do this? No. You're a sugar addict. You're used to eating every 2 hours, right? It takes time. Like you're going to go through a little bit of challenge when you add any new tool to your diet. Go from vegan to paleo. Go from paleo to vegan, right? There's challenges. Man up, toughen up a little bit, right? You got to acclimate to your body. But I'm telling you right now, when you're in a fasted state, you've got to be aware, man. Where's the food? Where's the food? I don't want to miss it. You're in a hunting state, right? In an anabolic state. Growth hormone increases when you're fasted. Testosterone, norepinephrine, all these anabolic hormones increase when you're in a fasted state, right? If you're fed all the time, you're not anabolic. You're catabolic. You're breaking shit down. That's what I talk about autophagy. Autophagy. I always forget how to pronounce it. But when you don't eat, you are rebuilding. You are repairing, in a state of repair when you're in a fasting situation. So no, you're not going to lose muscle mass. You're not going to lose your hashtag gains, right? Just by going a couple hours or a day or two without food. You're going to be healthier and you're going to have less body fat on your body. Stop it. All right. Any other questions? Listen, I got to go. And if you have any other questions that I did not get to on this, leave them. I'll come back and answer them later. You don't have to watch this now. You can watch it at a later time. I hope this was beneficial to you. I am so passionate about this tool right now because I really believe it's going to change lives. That's why I do what I do. I love to change lives. It's such a reward for me. And when I have something that I have in my toolbox, this knowledge that I have in my brain, that I can affect somebody's life so quickly, so easily, that excites me. And I hope you at least give this an opportunity to give it a chance and question me. I really want you to. Don't believe anything. Don't believe anyone. I think critical thinking is a lost skill. No one questions anybody anymore. Question me. Go do your own research. I really want you to not believe anything I said today. But you have to at least consider this for yourself, your family, your friends, and your clients. It's so freaking easy. you're doing yourself and your family and your loved ones a disservice if you don't at least look into this tool. All right? Man, I'm out of here. That was awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Please leave questions. I'll answer. Please share this with any loved ones or family members or people that you want to affect in a positive way. Somebody might be battling obesity, somebody that might be having health issues. Please send this to them. And I'm here to help. If you want to private message me, I'd be glad to help. I love helping people. Send them my way. Have a great Tuesday. And hey, if you're in Miami Shores, lastly, a little plug, I have a free seminar this Saturday, 11 a.m., 1 hour. 1 hour. We're going to change lives this weekend. If you're in Miami Shores or in Miami in general and you want to learn about an incredible tool that you can apply, I'll be at Primal Fit Miami this Saturday, 11 a.m., 12, PowerPoint presentation by me. All right? Hope to see you there. Peace.